The current talk around WWE and TNA lies around the fact that they have been doing some collaborations, something that has not been seen much at all before with the WWE. However, there's something else rather interesting going on behind the scenes, something that has been brought to my attention, although I will say it is speculation from yours truly and from those that I've also been told of this, so take everything I'm about to say in this video with a bit of grain of salt. But what if I told you that there's a potential chance that WWE and TNA could be potentially merging? Hey, before we get into that, if you like daily wrestling videos, some daily wrestling content, we have that here and more. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, keep your boy on the socials, on the Twitch. We got some wrestling and variety content over there, so hey, feel free to go ahead and join us. And let's get into the video. Now, I have done a little bit of research into some of the ongoings involving TNA, and there have been in fact some layoffs going on backstage. And while you may be saying, well, what does this have to do with anything? People always are constantly getting hired and fired. However, the fact that those that are being released aren't exactly contracted talent, or, well, people that you would typically have your attention pointed towards when you hear this person's been released or that person's been released. It's predominantly been some more backstage names. And quite frankly, before WWE themselves had the merge with the UFC under the umbrella of TKO, and quite frankly, a lot of those layoffs were not exactly talent per se, but those of backstage personnel that quite frankly would prove rather redundant under the umbrella of TKO. And lo and behold, WWE is now under their control, under their hand. Now, I've been listening to a few other individuals that have dealt with that of corporate businesses and corporate jobs and that sort of thing. And one thing that they have noted is usually when you have a merger with a company, this is something that you typically would see occur. And with the things that are going on backstage at TNA, who knows? Maybe there's a potential chance, especially considering that what they are describing here, and I can bring y'all back over to this screen, with some of those being, and I apologize if I butchered the pronunciation, Dave Sahadi, who held the post of creative director for TNA Wrestling and the director for TNA Broadcast 18 years prior ownerships, as well as R.D. Evans, who is considered the head creative and was also a producer, as well as multiple departures from live events division and what was described as a restructuring. And there have been some other names that have also been sent out of TNA, which does kind of add some more credence to this overall. And again, let me remind you, this is speculation. But what if we do really live in a world where WWE is about to buy out or merge with TNA? Now, I will say also, if this does happen, I don't know if it's WWE merging with TNA, if TKO is simply acquiring TNA. Hopefully, I prefer the latter. All things considered, last time that we had a major wrestling company adopt a smaller one, it didn't end quite so well. That was being AEW with Tony Khan going ahead and procuring Ring of Honor. Hopefully, if this is in fact true, it's TKO, not WWE. And on top of that, that there is a lot of effort, a lot of energy put into TNA, kind of like what we have as is, if not a little bit more, especially considering the more possibilities, the increased possibilities that we could have with a potential, and I think I mentioned this on yesterday's video, both the potential of, say, a WWE versus TNA pay-per-view. And you know what? Tomorrow, I will be going over a video, fantasy booking essentially, what it would look like if we did have a Survivor Series pay-per-view between TNA superstars versus WWE or NXT, or even both. But quite frankly, we are in a very intriguing and potentially integral year of professional wrestling, and who knows what's in store. For better or for worse, we are living through history. But again, I do want to point out one more time, this is speculation. So everything that I'm sitting here talking to you about could be nothing but just absolute waffle. And everything I'm talking to you about, could prove very, very true. I don't know, maybe you're watching this in the future Feel free to comment down below if you are, and let me know if I was right. Let me know if I was wrong. Let me know if I was onto something. But nevertheless, for those that are watching this in the now, comment down below. How would you go about WWE or TKO acquiring TNA? I again would keep the roster separate unless we were to do some crossover stuff. But overall, let them keep on doing their thing just under a new umbrella. But hey, that's just my take. Y'all let me know, y'alls. And yeah, see ya.